guys, it's Joy here with another back to school series video. If you watched my first video, it was just general tips on high school, and this video is going to go more into depth on how to be organized in high school. Now, the last video didn't really cover deeply into being organized, and I hope this video will help you more with your year in high school. Now, the first tip: to keep an agenda. My freshman year, my agenda was equivalent to my Bible. I carried that thing everywhere, wrote down everything in there, and it was very important. That's all I have to say. And I don't know how those kids that don't carry an agenda, don't write down their homework, even get through their day, because I always try to remember things, and then when I forget, I just look at my agenda right there and I'm good. So get an agenda. It's only like $4 at Target for a super cute one. Write down all your homework, future projects, parties, reminders, anything. That thing will be your Bible. The next thing on the tip list is to clean out your book bag weekly. While some of you might be like, why weekly? Why can't I just do it when it gets dirty? Because when it gets dirty is when you're not going to have any time. So if you do it weekly, then it will always be clean. Maybe you lost a paper and you need to find it and it's in your book bag. Just stay on a schedule so it won't all build up and be a big mess later on. The next tip is to keep tests and important notes at least till the end of that semester or marking period. The reason you should do this is because of the great high school rule book maker, we have midterms and finals. And your teachers, they might give you a review, but if you need extra help, you'll be glad that you kept those tests that you didn't do so good on and those note sheets that you wrote down some little extra stuff, pointers that you need to remember. The next tip is to have a separate folder for extra papers. Go to Walmart, get one of those 97-cent folders because they will come in handy. I used one this year for your little extra classes that don't need a whole binder, for like the beginning of the year papers that your parents need to sign, just so they don't get lost in your English binder or something. Just so you know, these are important papers that need to get signed, and you need to see sports papers, anything. Just have a nice little folder just for that stuff. Tip number 5 is to look for a book bag with extra compartments when you go shopping for your back to school stuff, because those little extra compartments will be good for holding things like your emergency kit and anything from pencils to whatever, because if it's just one of those 2 zipper things, you might get all your stuff cluttered in there. I just like to be super organized, so one with all those extra little zipper pocket things are good because you have a separate section for everything you need. The next tip is to always have pencils. I don't understand how a kid can show up to school on a day that he has 5 tests and not bring a pencil. Like, what? Just always keep a little bit of extra pencils in your locker, extra pencils in your pencil pouch, extra pencils in your book bag. Just keep them handy. One study tip I have for you guys is to review your notes nightly. Now, this might be a tip that will be a hassle, that you might not like, that you'll totally ignore, but here's why it will come in handy. Say one night you had sports and you get home and you sleep forever until the morning, and then you realize you had a test today. Well, because of your handy dandy notebook that you reviewed nightly, you remember the stuff that you learned and you get a good grade on that test. But if you didn't review nightly those days before, you'd be totally clueless unless you have a photographic memory and you ace a test. But still, it's always good to be prepared because you never know what's going to come up. You might have a pop quiz. You might, whatever. Just review your notes nightly. the last tip I have for you guys is to actually do your homework. I know a lot of people pull the little, I didn't write it down, or I didn't know we had homework, or the, I ain't do my homework, I don't need to do my homework. But here's why homework is something you need to do. I don't think your teachers would assign it just because they felt like it. It's actually going to help you when you're reviewing for your tests, preparing, or just extra practice work. Just, if it gets hard, don't just put it aside. At least try, because you might still get credit. I know some teachers who, as long as you tried and you put the effort and you go up to them and ask them questions, they'll still give you all the points, other than you just like, I don't know how to do this, and you don't write anything down, which shows the teacher that you didn't really care. So that is all of my tips for staying organized in high school. If you enjoyed this video, please click that subscribe button and like it, and also comment suggestions for the future back to school series videos, and comment any other tips you know, or comment any questions. Just comment. And thank you for watching, guys. Bye.